In a previous video, I discussed how to add a member to the system, and now I'm going to discuss how to add that new member to a schedule. Currently, Station 61, Engine 61, here in the weekly shifts view, has a vacancy in Group 1, Tuesday, which we need to add this new employee to. So what you need to do is navigate to Schedules, Repeats and Rotations, and begin by selecting the new member, start typing the name, hit Enter, and then you want to select which schedule they're permitted to work. Now this list reveals the schedules that they're permitted to work based on their database. So in Roy DeSoto's info page, his work qualifications consist of these 4 schedules in the firefighter position. So that's why we only have these 4 visible here. Time type is regular time, and float up allows that member to float up to the top position that they're permitted to work. In this case, he's just going to float up to firefighter. Now we want to select their schedule, what group they're on. And you can see here there's a list to choose from, including the flip schedules. And here in the storage, in Aladtec training, there's a reference here of what those schedules look like. You can see here the group schedules, the flip schedules. Some supervisors are working opposite of each other, so that's how you would reference that. I'll navigate back to the repeats and rotations. So he is a Group 1 Tuesday. Now it's important that the start time is at 0800 on the first day of a pay period. The system has been set up based on our 2-week pay period. So I'm just going to run him out to the last day of the pay period in January, which happens to be on the 31st. And his shift ends at 0800. So this is critically important. If you don't do this correctly, first day of the pay period is 0800 to the last day of the pay period at 0800, you're going to get a conflict. So once you've made your selection, go ahead and select Continue. The system's going to process the information. And if you have no conflicts, you'll get this green success, and you'll now see the new rotation that the employee is working. Now you can modify this at any time if the employee is going to retire, leave the organization, or transfer to a different schedule or RDO. You can shorten that date, their end date. And again, it's important to end at the last day of the pay period. Be cautious not to select delete rotation, or that will eliminate the entire rotation back to the date that the employee was added. I'll go to the schedule and we'll refresh the screen, and you can now see that Roy DeSoto has been added to the schedule. If you have any questions, contact the system administrator by selecting the name at the upper right-hand corner.